Friends, I am Vinodini, a naturopath, a second degree Reiki holder, and a staunch believer in karma. Today, I am covering the topic whichever I know about today's education system. Education. What does it mean by education? The process of teaching or learning, the theory and practice of teaching, information about or training in a particular subject. This is the education, meaning of the education. Knowledge is the eye of desire and can become the pilot of the soul. Present or modern education system in India. How does it goes in India? That all I have taken. Small changes could be there. If you feel or if you want to share your opinion, you can comment on this talk. Once a child is born, the parents has to go through the difficult task of selecting the reputed or good school, which is decided by the experiences shared by their friends or relatives. Then they have to consider the budgetary aspect in order to get admission in specific school, as nowadays even getting admission in playgroup also requires lot of expense. Then after playgroup getting admission into KG section, the same process of selection and taking admission. In some schools, donation has become a ritual to be offered to the school without which admission is not provided. Donation is taken considering the wallet size of the parents. Parents, in spite of monetary problems, gather and pay the donation expecting that the future of their child would be secure and safe. Their child would gather knowledge and become ready to be a player in this competitive world. Post admission of child. On admission of child, the parent starts learning or to take on lighter note becomes a child themselves because the homework or the project work given to child is most of the time done by the parents. Maybe that is the reason the parents are being interviewed before the admission of the child to check that in case provided project work to the child, the parents would be able to manage the same or not. It's on a lighter note. Now, if the parents are not able to render service to their child due to their busy schedule, then they start hunting for coaching center for the child. So the project work or homework could be completed by the coach of the child. At this time, the responsibility of parents gets shifted to the coach and parents become carefree. Now, life of child. Every man is the painter and the sculptor of his own life. Then starts the turbulent and monotonous life of a child. House to school, school to tuition class, and if time permits, then to activity classes, and then at night homework and off to bed. The childhood flies like a jet plane without giving time to a child to think or create anything new in spite of the ideas which he has to give to his academic projects in order to clear his class and move to higher classes. Due to lot of competition as induced by his or her parents, teachers, friends and relatives, he starts learning that in order to get victory or success in his life, he has to compete with everyone and excel well in life, and thus starts comparing the results with each other as was done by their parents in their childhood. You all will agree that parents inculcate the thought of comparison in children by comparing their marks or behavior with other children during childhood. Once child turns mature, he develops the instinct of risk and insecurity amongst others and believes that there is insufficient sources in this universe, and if he will not work harder, he will be left behind, and thus starts to develop the feeling of accumulating wealth without distributing amongst others. This is a result of fear of non-availability of sources. In this dog run, few people turns to criminal activities like theft, smuggling and other anti-national deeds in order to pacify their greedy needs. Some people take advantage of these people, make their dreams come true by the blood of these people. So, in the nutshell, the basic idea is to create a thought amongst the child that there is sufficient for all in this world. One has to work honestly with good thoughts without any fear of insecurity and existence. In order to induce this thought, our education system as well as our lifestyle needs to change. Our parents and teachers, first of all, needs to be educated and counseled for the same. Then the syllabus should be developed which has the idea of independency, contentment, sufficiency, and oneness amongst all. To make this happen, the child should be given knowledge about our history and provide idea about the life through spiritual books and biographies of great personalities. They should be made aware that we can learn great knowledge through nature as well. Then the child has to be given insights to take their decisions which will be appropriate for his skills and knowledge. He should be given training to excel and become expert in his competent skills, because each individual is born with unique talent and skills to perform his worldly karmas. As God's, each creation is unique, and so is his talents or competency. Parents, teachers, friends, and relatives should provide the ideas and suggestions, while the decision making to be done by the child. By this, child will be able to take responsibility of his life and become confident of his deeds. He would take charge of his life and create a new milestone, which in turn will become an inspiration and motivation for others. At the end of this talk, our education system should be designed in such a way that it stimulates our core purpose of living and provide ideas and thoughts to achieve our purpose of life, and resulting steps to help others also to reach the purpose of life. Ending this talk with few small quotes. Our world is a college. Events are teachers. Happiness is the graduating points. Character is a diploma God gives men. Second one, life is really very simple, but man insists on making it complicated. Another one, the art of life is to know how to enjoy a little and to endure much. Next, education makes people easy to lead but difficult to drive, easy to govern but impossible to enslave. Next one pound of learning requires 10 pounds of common sense to apply it. Next, take the tools in hand and carve your own best life. Last but not the least, let a man practice the profession which he knows best. I feel that I have given this talk as per my experiences, but if there is any new thing or any additional opinion you have, please share it with me, and do comment on this video and share and subscribe this video, and let's make a world a beautiful place to live in. Thank you. All the best.